Good morning. How's everybody doing? Let's see if we can find some music here this morning. We've got lo-fi, and let's see if we can hear it through the headphones. Yeah, definitely working. And I'm seeing myself through Instagram right now. Let's see if we can get some light here, if that's any better. I think it is. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely better. Just a little bit better there. Takes a couple minutes usually to set it up. The other thing you have to remember too is always remember to push go live on your Instagram. With Instagram, you almost need multiple screens. It is wild. Let's see here what we got. Hello, hello. Look who's there. The man, the dude, the legend. How are you, sir? Are you out and about? Shopping? Doing your thing? What time is it where you are right now? We have JB in the house. Bit of a legend. Old friend from Haps, back in the day. Kind soul. I would say a man who loves food. A big lover of food. And broadcasting. I think he's a big lover of broadcasting as well. Look at this. It says, cold shower every morning will change your life forever. Here are 9 reasons why you should take a cold shower every day. Oh my Lord. I don't think that's going to happen. Do you still have the link? You should. And it will be the same link. And it would be in your Instagram, buddy. Are you on Instagram right now? Yeah, you're on Instagram. Sometimes I see you on Twitch. I haven't seen you there as much. I know you've kind of lost the love and feeling for that platform. And I get it. Eaton Crone, thank you for all that you do. We appreciate you. We really do. Thank you to Professor Jeremy as well. Recent post from Elon Musk. Donika. Blessings are often received in kind replies on social media, allowing the divine to nourish your soul through the voice of people around you. Even though this technology, what a gift, what a beautiful, mysterious world we live in. Thank you, dear Aurora. Okay. And that's the thing. Don't lose perspective of what's going on. Reflections. Is that spiritual connections? Probably. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Now, that's the weird thing about Instagram. You'll have a few people on, a bunch. If you do it at night, it's crazy. Right now, we are currently, for those who don't know, we're on Restream, which is broadcasting this on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, and Twitter, all at the same time, which is fantastic. And the majority of the people right now are watching on Twitter or X. So thank you for being here. We appreciate you each and every morning. This tends to be a good time to come on. And the reason it's a good time to come on is you get people waking up in England, right? Early in the morning. If you start, say, at 6. But then you don't get anybody from California if you do the 6 o'clock thing, right? Now, because of the time here, England is embarking on around 3 o'clock, which is a good time to be on. So for me, Being on around 9:30 to 10:30 in the morning is excellent, but the very best time to be on for those who are broadcasting is between 3 and 6 Eastern. That tends to be when you get the most amount of people. The other time that's good, believe it or not, is 6 at night. That also works. But don't forget, at 6, you're dealing with nobody from the UK, right? Because you're into the wee hours of the morning by then. So, and most people sleep fairly early, at least by 10, 11. So you're losing that audience. But the key is, if you have a good audience, good morning to you too. Thank you for being here. Now, the only thing I can't do with this is put it on the screen because it's on Instagram. Are you at home right now? JB, if you are, you have the code. Feel free to come up. You'll hear this in the background, and that usually means somebody's there. Did you ever read The Alchemist? That is a book I've never read, and yet it's supposed to be amazing. You are loved beyond measure, strong body, strong soul. The music is changing up as we speak in the background. Yesterday I couldn't hear it at all. Om Universe is with us right now. Om Universe. I appreciate all that you do, sir. Thank you for being here. I'm going to have to start promoting you better than I have been in the past. I'm so sorry. So many great contributors on these channels. Greg Jenkins, thank you so much. Maria Humphreys, thank you so much for what you do. I appreciate you as well. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Love Troll, thank you for being here. We appreciate you as well. Simone Louise, all the way from Australia. Thank you for what you do each and every day, helping so many people, especially on Twitter Spaces. I'm hoping to get on there today, even if it's on for like 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. Great thing with Twitter Spaces is you can kind of do what you need to do in your life, listen in the background and pop in. And that's the same thing when you're listening to podcasts, right? Has anybody else noticed how crazy, X has become? Especially with the nudity, the loony. It's almost like there's nobody now tracking that, and it's just fiercely. Or they're okay with it with a warning. And maybe that's part of the freedom that he's trying to promote, is if that's your thing, we're going to be able to have that. Maybe that's another avenue for revenue. I don't know. But it just seems odd to me. Okay, we read those yesterday. I need to move this over. Let's see if I can find the little bar. There's a little bar right there. I had to move close to even see it. Alright, let's move the bar over. And let's move this over as well. See if I can get this to move over. No, it's not going to happen. It is not happening. I don't think I'm stuck. No, I'm still moving. I'm still moving and grooving. This happens sometimes. Things get a little wacky. Oh! I'm getting it to move. Here we go. That's quite the house. Football stars, I can kind of see. Alright. Got messages down here. Let's click this. Good morning, Jackie. There's JB. And if I always forget, JB's also on Twitter. Oh, I just learned something. Yay! It's nice to learn things. I'm still learning stuff to this day on here. So thank you, Twitch. Thank you, YouTube. And thank you, of course, Twitter. Twitches, thank you so much. So if you go vertical or portrait, vertical, did I say that right? I think I did. It sounded funny when I said it, though. Did it sound funny to you? It sounded funny to me. You will then be part of YouTube Shorts. So if you're on YouTube Shorts and you're looking and you press the button to pause it, which is just basically put your finger on the screen, then up in the right hand side, which is over here for me, you will see a live button. Then you click the live button and you will see all the crazy broadcasts all over the world that are live, and it gives you that very weird feeling that you have on TikTok, that almost out of control feeling. But it looks like they're going for that space where they want to be able to do that platform. TikTok has been close several times at closing down. And I would say it's happened 5 or 6 times in the last 4 years. And certain countries have already closed it down. Now here's the thing. If the States closes it down, we know that Canada will as well. Now yesterday I did a broadcast and I was using just the microphone on my Nexigo. And you know what? It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty okay. Now, this little area I'm in is kind of an echo chamber. So if in some ways maybe that helped the sound of it to feel more like a more sensitive microphone. But the microphone that we're on right now is the Fifine. And the Fifine is a USB microphone. Highly recommend it. Worth your time. It's a fairly big microphone, but it's not huge. And you can use it through your phone if you wanted. Just use a dongle. Something like this. See here? Where it has the C end. We're also using 2 cameras right now, which is something in effect that you can use on Studio Standard. But this works great. You use this on your phone and then you can do better quality overdubs on your shorts that you're making for, say, Instagram, or you're making them for TikTok. I highly recommend that. We are currently listening to music on Restream as well, and this is lo-fi. And lo-fi is not bad for the background, not the best, but not bad. If you can find a portion of your house that is somewhat soundproof, I highly recommend doing a broadcast every day, roughly about the same time. Don't fluctuate too many hours. If you have time galore, be on twice a day. And maybe switch the one up a bit just to see what your numbers are like. Like right now, we currently have 27 people who are popping probably in and out of YouTube. The great thing with Restream is you can click it and you can see currently who is on. So right now, it looks like Twitter is 18, Facebook is 0. We have YouTube, it's 8, and Twitch is 1, which comes to a grand total of 27 at the moment. The great thing too is that when you do this type of broadcasting, you have a recording of it and you can repurpose it later by cutting it up, which is always fun. You can also share certain screens on the net. So, let's see here. Let's hit chat. I'm looking at... Let's see here. Let's look at activities. I'm currently running YouTube, believe it or not. I'm going to move this over here. Ah, that's way better. That is way, way better for me. Oh, look at that. It even has... I have another tab up here on the go, which is weird. Now it's gone. That's funny. All right. So kindness matters. This is from my Twitter Spaces. Let's see if we can share this here. Okay, now we got it. Can I move it over? I think I can. There, you can see it a little better. Not really. Let's try again. Yeah, it's too big. All right, so I'm going to do it this way. It's just easier. Okay. And we will get rid of the bottom one. Maybe that'll make it slightly bigger. It doesn't, though, does it? No. This might help. Let's try this. There. Okay. That might be as good as it's going to get. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is fun. I'll definitely watch this. Huh. So for those who watched Quarterbacks on Netflix, really good. Got to see Kirk Cousins, his life, his religious life. Man, that guy is an incredible negotiator or has a wonderful agent. But Netflix is coming out with Receiver, and it's coming out later this year. It's going to have Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. There you go, and there's another plug for it. I will definitely watch that. What I like about these shows is that you get to see their real life. The pains, the struggles, they have families. Their whole life isn't football. And we, as the public, I think, really don't know how to separate the character that we see on the field and the person in real life. And how difficult it is to go through, say, an injury. You know, the heartache of not being able to play. The worry of maybe being cut and not being signed by anyone if you get injured. The other worry is, what are you going to do after football? Because once you've had that team feel, you know what I mean, the brotherhood of the locker room, and to walk away from that and not have that in your life anymore, for many would be really tough. Well, my prediction is it's going to be messy this year. The very first year. With the Chargers. Yeah, they're saying they may want J.J. McCarthy. But they're worried. Aw. There's Billy D. Billy D's, actually. I'm just going to have a little water here, guys. Thank you for everyone who's here. We appreciate you. You start to get leather mouth. Another name for it, I would call sawdust. Sawdust mouth is always good. All right, there we go. We got both angles right here. We got the Buddha looking over us. You can see the fine microphone that I'm using today. And we are celebrating the many people who, are part of the NFL and their families. Here's the NFL Mock Draft 3.0. Caleb Williams to the Bears. Jaden Daniels to the Commanders. Drake May to the Patriots. Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals. Malik Neighbors, the Chargers, who is amazing. Absolutely amazing. You know what's so strange, though, is that with the drafts, they only ever really talk about the first 12, usually. And yet, the picks that tend to be the most long-lasting and impactful are pieces of the puzzle like Brock Purdy, where he was the last pick. Mr. Irrelevant, and yet he did phenomenal last year in the right system. And I think that's the key. If you're one of the other teams, you have to find the diamond in the rough. Someone that could be really good, say, in 5 to 10 years from now. That's the key. Thank you to Twitter. We appreciate you. We really do. Thank you to YouTube and all the people. If you can, like, subscribe, share. It would mean the world to us. Leave a comment. If you'd like to be a guest in the future, like to talk about football or spirituality, I'm always open. Aw, this is nice. He was a big piece of their audience, right? And he was a big piece of their team, right? Like, so many fans will miss him. But I think he has found a new home, and hopefully it works out. We'll see. Time will tell. But there's the thank you for the time that was spent there. And as you can see here, there's the new team. That was a great segue. The Commanders leads the NFL with 44 scrimmage TDs since 2021. Leads the NFL with 3,916 receiving yards after catch since 2018. Now, he was not great last year. He was at best okay, and not much more than that. So we'll have to see if he will recover or if he has lost a step. I'm still very puzzled by what happened with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think what they did was brilliant, but will it be drama-free? I highly doubt it. And what is the likelihood that Russell Wilson will have a stellar year? It's probably 50-50. So we will probably see Justin Fields play quite a bit in the future. All right, let's look here. See what some people are saying. Justin Fields. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's all because Caleb is coming, for sure. But think about it. If they had kept him, he's still an incredible back. And if he played a little bit until Caleb Williams was ready, they would have at least got something for him. Bears GM Ryan Poles blew it. Raiders wanted Justin Fields. Didn't know that. That's the first I've heard of that, to be honest with you. That to me is new news. New news, you know what that's like. All right. So supposedly there were 4 teams that were interested. I think he would have been dynamite with the Eagles. I think that would have been a wonderful combination to have those two together. That would have been incredible. But the way that went down, to me, just didn't seem that fair. Now, a lot of it is they were afraid to keep him because they did not want to pay the $20 million. And I think they were running away from having to pay that. They had not seen enough in the time he was there to want to keep him. Yeah, look at this here. It says the Bears failed Justin Fields during his time in Chicago. I don't know if that's entirely true. They gave him a lot of time. I just don't think they gave him the weapons that he needed to succeed. I just don't think that happened. And unfortunately, that happens in football. We're always in a rush to have things unfold. And if you're looking at the Jordan Love situation, they waited. They waited for him to develop. Now, the new combination is going to be this. You can't see it. It's not on there. It's going to be this combination here that you're seeing on the page, kind of. Is Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. I personally think Justin Fields is in the peak of his development. And we could see massive changes like we saw in Baker Mayfield. And even Baker Mayfield had a rough time because he didn't have the pieces around him and they expected him to play hurt. I'm not totally convinced that Caleb Williams will decide to stay. He kind of threatened that at the beginning. If he was not happy with who traded him, he would move on. And how many teams would give away the farm to have a chance to have him? This is hilarious. That's awful, but funny. And I think Kenny Pickett being with the Eagles might be a great thing for him, his development. There's a great chance that they could make it to the Super Bowl, and with the right pieces, might even win it. It's not out of the realm of possibility. It really isn't. They just fell off. I think they're going to have to change the coaching, though, in Philly. I just do. I think that's where it's headed. That's the next piece that has to be changed, in all honesty. That's a great shot. Look at that. That's beautiful. How could you not like that shot? So hopefully he's happy. He has generational wealth. He never has to worry about warm, dry fed again. So my heart can't bleed too bad. He's getting paid something like some crazy amount. It might be $39 million this year from the Broncos, and then an additional $1.4 million, which is bare minimum contract. So we'll see. Time will tell. The other thing is, if he does do really well, what is his anticipation or expectation of the next step? Is he going to be there for a year, 2 years? Is this something where he's going to finish his career? I think it's a better landing place for Justin Fields than I do for Russell. Sorry. I don't see that working out long term. I hope it does for him, but I just don't see it. I think they're in for a bit of a rude awakening if they think they're going to get, the championship 8 to 10 years ago, older. This is interesting. What is this? This is fantasy football. And I think this is a bunch of players and a bunch of circles. This is really wild. Tank Dell's in there. Trevor Lawrence. Kirk Cousins. Huh. Yeah, I'm not totally understanding what that is about. trade demand for the past week. Interesting. It's a weird graph. That's a great shot. Justin Fields is the guy. He'll be amazing in the Arthur Smith offense. Made a mistake in 2021 drafting a tight end over QB. And that's Mr. Yo. Well, time will tell. Thank you so much for being here, folks. We really appreciate your support and kindness. And why don't we quickly do a little bit of spiritual here, just for a moment. All right, let's go to the bookmarks. All right, so Beth, thank you. At times, our own light goes out as we rekindled by the spark from another person. Each of us has cause to think with deep gratitude of those who have lighted the flame within us. It's beautiful. What a subtle sign someone isn't a good person. What is a subtle sign that someone isn't a good person? Well, there's many, isn't there? If you think about it. All right, this one, let's see if we can get this to fit a little better for you. Yeah, you can't really read it, but I'll read it to you. Allow yourself to be proud of yourself and all of your progress you've made, especially the progress that has no one else has seen. Yeah, your own personal victories. Two things define you: your patience when you have nothing, and your attitude when you have everything. That is so true. Some people become complete arses. I love this one too. Kindness is more than deeds. It is an attitude, a look, a touch. It is everything that lifts another person. I would agree. Thank you. Till next time, God bless you all. Keep shining your light even in the darkest places. Let's have a quick look before we go at one here. Aw, Linda Gunn. I haven't seen Linda Gunn in a very long time. And Main Z4, who is someone I know from HAPS. So thank you. I appreciate you being there on the Instagram. I have to find a better way to have the comments come up. But you know what? Today the showing on Instagram was better than usual. Thank you for being here. Those individuals that popped in and popped out, we really appreciate you. The other place that has been rock solid, I would say the last month or so, is YouTube. Thank you for all the people who have subscribed, all the people who have shared, and their wisdom in the comments. I'm ever grateful for that. I really am. Thank you so much. I'm going to quickly look here at YouTube. All right. YouTube music. No. I like YouTube music. And I don't think it's going to let me. No. Okay. So I'm going to click this. And we're going to call it a day. Click this off as well. And just do, let's see here, activities again. I want to make sure close. That's so funny. I think it'll be still running, so I have to be. I boobed up. I made a mistake here. Let's see if I can fix it. All right. So I'm going to go to Instagram. See what happens, if anything. Yeah, I think I'm in La La Land here now. Will it end it from here? I think it will. I don't think I have anything to worry about. I think it'll just save it within it. It should be okay. I had the other day where it wouldn't stop. It just kept running on YouTube. So I have to make sure I don't have too many windows open. I think it malfunctioned because I had too many things open. So I'm going to click that off, get myself down to the 2 cameras, and just thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all the people on Twitter, with everyone who has been so supportive and kind over the last few months, especially on Twitter Spaces. To all the individuals who are on YouTube, Facebook, and yes, Twitch. See you soon. Hope to be on later today.